Hello, everyone, and welcome back to ESL Challenger League, Season 48 in South America. We're getting deep into the season now, Brandon, and we're bringing you one of the most exciting games, I think, of the season, as we have the two top dogs going at it.
Yeah, it should be an exciting one for a lot of different reasons as well. We'll jump into that in just a second because we can take a look at how South America Challenger League has progressed. We can bring up the standings and walk you through what's going on because yesterday, paiN lost their first game, which is remarkable that it's 21-1 for the record over there. Red Canids were able to take a map off them. That puts them now in third place at 15-5, but Fluxo haven't played their games yet, and they are sitting 20-4. It's remarkable, really, when you think that there's like so many best of ones to play. There's 16 teams, which means that you play like 15 others. So it's like 30 maps of Counter-Strike, and you got a record of paiN 21-1, Fluxo 20-4. Like it is remarkable, really. Top 10 make it through to the playoffs, all playing for 2 spots at Pro League for first and second. So a lot on the line here for these teams.
Yeah, and in this particular matchup, there's a chance that Fluxo could still end up top of the table if they're able to win both of these matches here, because paiN's other team they have to play, I think, is MIBR. So, you know, there's still a chance that they could potentially lose those and Fluxo could come out ahead. But either way, just the opportunity to see the two teams that are literally at the top of the table right now going at it is a huge, exciting opportunity here. So let's refresh ourselves with these rosters. I think paiN, everyone kind of knows and loves at this stage. They haven't made any recent changes, but Fluxo, Brandon, there's a couple of interesting moves that have gone on in the camp there over the last couple of months, and one very recent.
Yeah, so Kai came in for Shay, and Shay was like such a remarkable prospect. But with obviously Lakowski going to MIBR, Fluxo needed a replacement. They've dug a little bit deeper into the tier 2 scene in South America, and they've got paiN in to play, and he is fantastic. He is my favorite player to watch in South America at the moment. This guy is an absolute beast. I thought it was criminal he's not been picked up sooner. And the fact that he finds himself on this Fluxo team is fantastic. And I think he's going to turn a lot of heads because I'm not sure how many people know about him, but he's definitely one to watch. And here we go. Arcadia player to watch. paiN. He farmed against Imperial the other day. This is all this guy does. This guy farms. He is incredible. I can't stress enough how good this guy is. I'm so excited to watch him play. I'm going to stop now.
Yeah, well, I can continue because he had a 1.98 rating in one of the matches versus Imperial, and he went 36, for 16 in the other match in the double OT. So, yeah, it's a massive, obviously a bit of a risk going on a tier 2 player, so to speak. But in terms of firepower to replace Lakowski, he feels like a perfect match as long as he can kind of kick it against the big dogs, which on these first outings, it looks like he will.
Yeah, we got the veto we can bring up on the screen as well. And Decider Vertigo is... Really? Okay. I thought it was Nuke. It doesn't matter. Vertigo the Decider, which I think is an interesting one between these two teams. What I will say is that, just more on paiN, is that he reminds me a lot of Snow in terms of when he was on Karsay before he went to paiN, in which Snow was single-handedly carrying games in tier 2, and even against the better opposition, like he was pulling his weight, but he didn't really have the team to support him. And this feels like a very similar move where you've got a young guy that is now going into one of the better teams in Brazil, and he's going to show up and he's going to dominate. This move is very exciting. When it comes to what's going on here in the veto, I think it's just a balanced map for both of these teams. I think Vertigo's an interesting sort of affair between these two, and I think Fluxo might have the edge now they've got paiN. I'm just going to be honest. With that being said, I did say paiN would win this before we went live, so I will stick to it, but I'm a big paiN fan, and I will probably not shut up about it for the next 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm a big art fan, which is why I picked Fluxo, and then you kind of sold me on paiN after the fact, so it made me even more happy about my prediction. I do think Vertigo could be a little shaky for them. They played literally like 3 days ago on this map, and it was a 13-6 victory for paiN, so It kind of makes sense that paiN will want to retread this map, given how one-sided it was last time. We know that Vertigo, it's probably one of their better maps. I would go, probably as far as they could even be one of their best on a good day in terms of what we've seen against some of the top teams on that map. So I think they're very happy that it ended up here.
Yeah, they deviated away from Anubis a little bit now. Remember when they first went to Europe, paiN, it was always Anubis, Anubis, Anubis. They picked more into Inferno and Nuke recently, and I expect to see Nuke, in fact, a little bit later on in these vetoes. But yeah, so I think paiN have got such a deep map pool that's the issue for teams, especially when Pyria joins this team. You still got Kai that is pretty recent into the squad as well, and obviously you've got this transformational leadership of now Art coming into the roster and sort of making his mark and sort of integrating these players in. It all takes time, and I think that's why the map pool isn't as deep as it can be for Fluxo when you compare and contrast that to paiN. So yeah, I think Vertigo might be a little bit of a struggle, but I've got hope for them in the future. Maybe not the immediate future, but for the future for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Fluxo beat them on Dust 2 when they did play in that best of 3. That was to qualify for Challenger Katowice. So that was a big game, and it went all 3 maps, but both Mirage and Vertigo were quite one-sided affairs. It was really just Dust 2 where Fluxo were able to fight back. So I'm actually surprised. Well, maybe I'm not surprised that Dust 2 doesn't come up because paiN just wouldn't want it to go there. So makes sense. But I think you kind of touched on, Pyria being this player that can be super aggressive, right? That's what you're kind of saying to me before we went live, that he's very much whole W, get in your face kind of player. That feels like it'll suit well to a leader like Art.
I think it will, and I also think it will be... You're taking the good elements of Lakauzi, where you got his aim. Lakauzi is very much a much more systematic, methodical player, so I think he'll do really well on MIBR because of the structure and the way that they play. Whereas I think Pyria, he's used to playing sort of in these let loose, have a go, do what you want sort of rosters, because he used to play with KNG, and KNG... You know what KNG is like. He's wild, he's fun, he's Art, basically, except worse. And now you've got Art, who's even better. And I'm excited to see this. Let's get this underway then. Vertigo kicks off between Fluxo and paiN. Fluxo starts CT, and paiN are rushing B. Or are they?
Just checking. Making a lot of noise. But not actually going. Double smoke, double molly for NQC and Big Zera. So the full... utility set ready for an execute somewhere. Art is jumping behind the sandbag, so he'll get this information soon. We got the classic little position. Pyria tucks in what has become such a strong, powerful spot to hang out. And on the pistol, it feels extra potent. The swing comes through, but can't find his mark. Big as Zera draws first blood. Zevi trying to get something back, but he's caught between so many angles, and he is run down. Kai, though, will swing through. And in fact, there's a player behind him. He thought Art was there, but no. Through the smoke comes another. Now Art's in a very uncomfortable position, and he almost meets the knife. Quite an ironic way for Art to go. It's a very quick pistol, very decisive from paiN.
What was that pistol round? That was just...
You're telling me. I'm trying to keep track of it all.
That was brilliant. That was Pyria trying to be set up by Art, and then suddenly there's 4 players. Unlucky. But the scaling in from paiN was fantastic. And the fact that Art gets lost in the source so much to the point where his teammate doesn't realize he's there, or there's a timing window in which paiN can walk through the smoke, is classic in a way. Oh, South America.
They walk past each other in the smoke. That's just wild that both players decide to make a smoke walk play there.
We're so back. Eco for Fluxo. Players pushing into middle. It's always the ecos are always the tricky rounds. For Kawes, he's just hoping he doesn't fall victim to all the USPs on the other side. paiN take this one slow. Yeah, a lot of AKs.
Rifle commitments here.
Uh-oh.
You'd hate to lose these rifles. NQZ, you're up to the plate. Uh-oh. There's one rifle gone. If it's long, if you clean up these players, it'll be collected. And now you go into the next round with 5 rifles. Even better.
Lovely. Perfectly handled. No Sweat needs to be wiped off the brow. That was just a very simple round of CS. One in which paiN will take all day long. And now they can probably play a little bit more aggressive. They can try and take the fight to Fluxo because they know that with this eco, it's going to come the investment, but that'll come at a consequence potentially of either weaponry or utility. It's going to be the latter because there's 5 M4s in play, and there's only a couple of drips and drabs when it comes to util for Zevi, R, and Pyria.
Really dealt out a lot of it. Good damage on the Cows. Still left open by both teams. paiN on B are expecting aggression with that sort of setup, looking to see if they can catch someone looking for information. Backed on both sides of the map, it's quite slow-paced. Interesting, we've got this kind of 2v3, or 2v2 and 3v3 setup kind of going on at the moment.
Thing is, if you paiN, you know how Fluxo are going to play. You know what Art's leadership is like. They're going to get aggressive. They're going to try and fight you on the way in. And for paiN, they've been playing in European competition. They know how to slow things down. Really good delay and timing on this smoke, though, for Fluxo. Replenishes it at the right moment and allows Nyx to creep close.
Yeah, considering they had such a lack of util, that's a perfect timing for it. But now all the util comes. Nyx is like, okay, they're coming. And he can't hold on for the first 1 HP. Is Snow. Does drop to Kai. Already scaled out. Lux is just charging in. Do they know he's this close? Doesn't matter. Kai's able to get a second. Really delivering as his second B defender. Bomb will be committed by NQZ. Kai can't deny. It's a player advantage in this retake.
Oh, make it 2.
Make it 2.
Or maybe not. NQZ just from the back of sight hits one more, and Big Uzira has thrown it into the battle of the in-game leaders in the 1v1, and it just swings on Art like it's nothing. Blink and you miss it because Fluxo try a retake attempt, and it's snatched away from them in a blink of an eye by paiN.
Yeah, shocking NQZ able to get the double from that position, considering he's known to be there as well. You feel with that many players swinging that he's doomed to fail. But getting the double is enough. Kai really well handled to be able to give them the advantage there. That was a 4-on-3. But even trading after NQZ gets that double, sets up Big Uzira for success. First gun round just about goes the way of paiN.
And that was paiN with no utility in that afterplant. They invested all of it into get onto the site in the first place. You feel like Fluxo were ahead every single step of the way in every department, and yet it's the individuals that shine through. And now Big Uzira looks to carry on what he started over on this B site. He's here with Snow, waiting patiently just on the edge of the smoke. No one peeks yet, and Nyx slides back into this close angle. Everyone rotates over from paiN. You got to clear your corners.
Can't get away with it twice. Uzira gets the first kill, can't get that second. Did at least clear it, but Nyx a bit faster with the 5-7. Not gonna matter though. Good scaling, bomb arrives.
Bomb has been planted.
And looking at securing this fourth with minimal casualties. There's Lux about. Ah, there he is. In elevator. Behind you. Doesn't want them to save even their armor.
Terrorists win.
Pyria, mate, come on. We light you up. Slow start, not just for him, but also for Fluxo. I'm worrying that I feel like recently, all I keep saying on broadcast is this person's my favorite player, or one of my favorite players. I'm now up to about 30. I should probably have a condensed down of my list. I just love CS. Addicted.
Hell yes.
It's good to see.
But it just tweeted, by the way, so.
Did they? Shout out. Snow teasing the B play, and 3 players start there for Fluxo.
Yeah, they're kind of done with getting bullied B. These executes just demolished in the last 2 rounds, so this time around they decide, you know what, we'll take the fight to you, establish that control early, show off some of that patented aggression. Opener, forcing paiN now to consider A. they have fought pretty far forward on, being barraged by utility.
Yeah, really interesting smokes that are being dropped down as almost like progression ones for Fluxo on the CT side. Zevi deals with NQZ. Pyria is now tucked in towards headshot, and Zevi, with the aid of all these flashbangs, is just picking off paiN gaming players one by one and has thrown it into a 2v5. You can't go for the round anymore if you're this T side. You're looking for damage or you're looking for a save. Big Uzira posts on the angle, gets a missed shot out of Zevi, and he's like, you know what? None of that. We're out of there.
Cowards has re-cleared lobby on B, but scaling any further is out of the question. This will be a save. This is exactly what Fluxo needed. They played the default in round 3. It didn't work out for them. They saw paiN's tendency in those first couple of rounds to put double pressure onto B, so they take that fight with 3, get the opener, assert control, then they've got all the bodies to deal with A, and that AWP in particular. I don't know if he actually, like, we didn't see the shot, but it's through the smoke. I imagine he did get a whiff of him before firing off. Gal's second shot looked clean as well out cat, and that's nice for Fluxo.
What did they tweet? I can't see it.
They replied to 3 Clicks Philip asking him to take a selfie with his dad, holding up something with the date on it, to make sure that he's actually away. Because famously, Counter-Strike only ever releases updates when 3 Clicks Philip is away on holiday. So they're teasing that the update will be coming.
Naughty.
I'll let you know when we know, which will be after you know,
Probably.
if you're in the know.
Zevi.
Oh my god!
Bye. See you later,
What a wide
cowards.
swing.
That's not even fair, man. That is ridiculous. I can't believe that. That's a hell of an opener. And now for cowards, he is being pressured. Fluxo are looking to take the control back, but that creates room on A. Look at Big Uzira. He's just in sight. They have no one here, Fluxo. He's dead. Surely Nyx is dead.
Well, not to Big Uzira, who we did spot, but then on the rejiggle, the AWP was already on the line. How? Lux is again lurking through the back lines. He will get punished this time. Not going to get away with it. Bomb needs to be chaperoned to be, so this is going to extend this round a little longer, but Fluxo are definitely not going for this. That's nice though. Cowards just gets a pick in mid on a wide swing, and then Big Uzira is just able to take that timing to walk up while they're focused elsewhere.
It's just really good reaction. It's just immediately the communication of you hear one flashbang, but you also sort of hear like multiple players in towards middle. Big Uzira just takes the space, and he's also got the backup. It's not like he's doing that solo. So you've got paiN making all the right moves in the right timing windows. And this is what separates just sort of the better teams from just the average pack of sort of tier 2. Or I guess you put Fluxo in the tier 1.5 now for South America. It's just the instantaneous reactions. How fast can you piece together what's going on the server? And where are the gaps going to be? It's like a massive chess game in which all these in-game leaders are thinking 2, 3 steps ahead. Big Uzira, he comes up with the check immediately. And suddenly Fluxo and all their mates are just waiting, saving, holding on. Zevi gets dropped over an AWP. You've got 5-1. You've got a rebuttal in from Fluxo, and then paiN bounce back immediately. This is horrible for the money. That's why they're forced into a save on this CT side. It is the perfect start to a half for paiN. Fluxo, they're just suffering. And they keep going B.
Yeah, they've identified this is a weakness. Oh, NQZ. That was a nice way to try and get the opening pick, because you know how often the B defenders go for the jump up to drop the nade safely. Would have been a really cool way to get that kill. And NQZ might still get that opener. He's really fishing for it. Fires off the shot. Nyx maybe has his number instead. Anticipate Big Uzira already boosted up. No, not at all. Kai slips in silently. Well, he made a noise, but I don't think they're aware he's here, and the flashbang will help him swing out on that timing. Loses his teammate though. now. He's feeling the pressure because they're just spamming him, making him feel uncomfortable. Art also spamming though. Kai will step forward for that kill. Through the smoke they get to. Lux needs a clutch. He has a good timing on this push. Can't quite convert that kill. 2 players are so low, but there is going to be a flank not that far away. Has the time to work with. Believe it's just being held if he falls back. So going forward is actually the best option for him if he can find these kills. That first one's nice. Kai with 8 HP. Surely known to be behind the generator. But no, the timing couldn't be worse for Lux. He's a little bit worried about that quad position, and that bit of doubt is enough for Kai to strike.
Yeah, and Art plays that be supportive role to help Kai, as Zevi should have. And that is just taking the contact away, but you're never fully committing into the fight, because Kai cannot peek at any moment. In that scenario, he needs to stay and burn as many seconds off the clock as possible. Zevi overcommits a little bit too much once Nyx loses his life, but it's the reposition as well. Just out of Kai that gets that round over the line. Here's trademark Art, set up by a flashbang. He gets a second kill out of that. That's remarkable, and that might be necessary, because suddenly NQZ and Lux have found kills back, and paiN have got space up A.
Rotations have already arrived. Kai's here. You got Zevi posted on gap as well. So paiN do want to progress. It's not going to be easy despite getting those 2 kills. Get Zevi off the angle. Yes, Molotov does the trick. That's dropping in sentry off his own. Now the smokes land. paiN just going to commit through this. They're not respecting this smoke that's been dropped. Smoke's everywhere right now. Slightly uncomfortable for Fluxo as they're not sure where paiN are at. But Zevi does find Lux as he jumps up onto the box, gives an opportunity, and now gives the advantage to Fluxo.
Yeah, but they're on a timer as well. Oh, never mind. No, they're not. I was going to say, paiN are on a timer here because you got Nyx on that flank, but suddenly Zevi just steps in with 2 kills, allows Kai to walk through catwalk. That's, in essence, a really simple retake. Coming out of Fluxo, I think paiN just got a little bit stuck on the site and they couldn't move. If they had the space in towards catwalk, that would be a lot better. They had space in towards gap, but they lost it instantly due to some sharp shots from Zevi. And we speak about the financial woes of Fluxo, but by winning 2 rounds in a row, denying paiN from finding too much in the rounds that they've won, suddenly it's an eco, and it can be a 1-round game.
I think a cool storyline with Fluxo is Kai's addition. You know, outside of the fact that he replaced Art temporarily on Fury, which is kind of fun, that they're now playing together. On that lineup. But that he's actually had this great resurgence of form on this team. He's been averaging 1.10 rating. I think on average the 2nd best performer on this squad. Which is really cool, because obviously the narrative for him on that time on Fury was not good. It felt like he wasn't the right piece for that team. And I think was wrongly branded as maybe not ready for the step up. But I think all the pieces around weren't ready either. It just wasn't the right mix of everything going on. So it's good to see him get an opportunity to shine on this team.
It's really easy to scapegoat the player that comes up from the academy to fill a round hole when he's more of a square peg, right? Like it was clear that he wasn't the right player, and it's clear he was a stopgap. And the biggest criticism I had with Furia doing that is I was worried about his career in the future, and I was worried that people would look at that and think, well, he's not worthy over there, so how is he going to be worthy for our team? I'm really glad he wasn't scapegoated into oblivion. I'm really glad Fluxo gave him the opportunity, and it makes me so happy that he is now just performing at this level. Look, taking the initiative. We speak about him. He's dealt with Cowwares immediately.
Yeah, that's the Cowwares that destroyed Zevi from middle a couple of rounds ago. He's ready for a Molotov. Snow does deal with Zevi in middle again. This AWP is struggling when it comes to holding down this middle spot. That's causing problems. Headshot angle.
Oh.
Headshots exchanged. AK wins out every single day.
Now this is interesting because we've not yet seen paiN having to fight a Fluxo player who's progressed past this angle at danger. And Nyx is in the perfect spot to shut one down. Issue is he's such low HP and he needs to try and stay alive, and that's even better. A kill and a half onto NQZ, and there's no way in hell you're expecting Kai here, or maybe you just do. NQZ will hit the adjustment. It's a 2v1. Lux is low. This is winnable for Art, but he has to be brilliant.
Find this opportunity, and that's it. That's Lux crossing with low HP. Comes down to the 1v1. Smoke everywhere. Art's head spotted. NQZ not able to connect. Sticking the plant, but Art is pushing forward. He loves to play around these smokes, use them to his advantage, so he doesn't want to wait for the dissipate. Question is he ready for white box? Oh, he was almost adjusted, but NQZ again, a sharp headshot coming through. And another 1v1 goes the way of paiN.
I'll tell you what, it's coming down to these individual players stepping up for paiN. It doesn't feel as comfortable. It feels like Fluxo are in control in a lot of these rounds. Even in that 1 versus 2, as soon as that's reduced into the 1v1, Art makes the correct play by pushing forward. He even gets the jump on NQZ. In terms of positional, he was aware that he was in towards white box. Just couldn't land the shot. It's another instantaneous headshot. It's another brilliant moment for a member of paiN Gaming. The scoreline doesn't really reflect what's happening here, because I feel like Fluxo have been in really good steading for the majority of these rounds. It just comes down to who hits heads faster, and well, it feels like it's paiN every step of the way.
Close. It's close. Fluxo did so well. Oh, 1 for 1. B.
Ouch.
Util. Powers? Again! Oh no, the Galil, if you had an AK, it's a different story. That's now a chance. Low HP on 2 players. Fluxo have the advantage for just a moment. Kai falls back, swaps to the scope. Maybe someone extends onto him with that low HP. He is very close behind and will win out that fight under Big Zera, who was just scaling forward. I had no idea he was that close. Lux at long range. Can't quite get the kill instantly. Does on the second chance. And NQZ required to clutch again. Not ready for Kai's reposition. Couldn't quite adjust in time. So this time, Fluxo will come out on top.
I'll tell you what, that's Kai doing everything, yet again. He had to take all the attention away from his teammates that were scaling in tandem up the stairs, and he does brilliantly. The fact he swaps the orb, the fact he nearly hits the pre-fire as well onto paiN, pushing deep in towards construction, and then he just leaves. He just pretends he doesn't exist. He lets his teammates play, and that's more than enough to set them up for success. And he has to hit a sharp flick onto the player at close gens. Passes the test with flying colors. We're speaking about him, and he delivers. That's a huge impact round for Fluxo, because look what it's done at the end of this first half. Tech 9, Mac 10s. It's not everything that paiN would desire.
So we're 4-0 up, and I mean 5-1 at one stage, right? This is now 4 rounds in a row. Fluxo have hold. Wait, no, not 4 in a row, but 4 with 1 blip. Into mid this time. Savvy. They've identified him as a potential weakness. It's actually Lux that gets the kill. We'll get one back because they're up over top with the Mac 10 being an absolute nuisance. Kai again trying to bail them out, but here's Lux and here's Art. The problem is you've lost B now. They've immediately seen the positions of both your remaining players. They lock in the bomb site.
They got util. They know where you are, so at this point, being loud is completely fine. And you've also got nades, you've got flashes just to bail you out. There we go. Good instance of it. And the flashbang. Oh, it's nearly good, but it's not quite. So now Art has to catch up an impossible 1v2, and he's trying to isolate his fights, but as soon as he peaks one, the other will swing. paiN take the slight lead as the half ends.
close half. paiN just about edge out the lead, but the 1v1s really helped them out on their way there. Fluxo resurged towards the end. Still have a pretty good chance to take this map, but it all starts here with this pistol in mid. A big fight taking place. Lux has doubled up with the dualies, and that sent Fluxo scampering.
Yeah, good reaction there on the rotates for paiN, just dropping utility to help Lux out. This has created a little bit of space. Pyria is now starting to work gap, but there's been a rotate. Cowes is already deep holding CT. NQZ can just walk over. So for now, everything is fine for paiN. For Fluxo, they can utilize this one smoke that Art's got for it to go in towards just back sight, but getting anything further is going to be a bit tricky. Maybe they can plant the bomb with this.
Yeah, that would be a win in and of itself. So Art is just going to commit to the plant and we'll find success with it. There isn't a kit, so can they delay enough? Well, not if they just fly around the corner. Lucky to get one there. Nix needs to get every single one, and this is not a comfortable position. You made it look fun for a moment. NQZ was low, and if you got that second, maybe there was something to say. But Lux with the hat trick and paiN with the pistol.
That's so troll that the guy jumps out of elevator and just pirouettes at gap, and it's deliberate, so you can't hit his head because he's just turning his head, making his model move all over the place. But when you see that coming at you, you just think, oh, it's a long day. You know, it's such a long day to be that player in gap. Unfortunate for Fluxo. paiN will absolutely love it. And it's good to see Lux and NQZ stepping up. I know NQZ's been really good of recent, but Lux finding his footing again in this squad, taking a little bit of pressure of the fragging responsibilities of Big Uzera. It's going to feel quite lovely if you're paiN. Lovely jubbly.
Fluxo doing the one molly they know would have undone every single B setup they had. Aggression. Uzera wants to take the fight with the MP9. Goes 1 for 1. Gets the info that this is that forced investment. Also gets the info that there was only one player kind of there and another that ran through to get the trade. Has actually left B open.
Yeah, poor Snow, he's on his own. He's got to deal with mid and B at the same time, and he's long range with the MP9.
It's the classic B anchor place to end up.
The good news is the smokes will telegraph that it will be a play here. So he can drop his own smoke. He can creep close. He's playing anti, so the flashbangs won't affect him. And the scaling, never mind. That flash was so delayed that he got annihilated by Kai. And Kai just keeps on going, finds another kill. Suddenly this puts it right back in the favor of Fluxo. Kai does absolutely everything. And NQZ can only watch on as he tries to just clutch onto his M4 for dear life.
Loved how you said he was setting it up, right? He dropped this smoke, he was tucking into a nice little pocket, playing anti, poof, cops the full flashbang and just gets destroyed. What a round from Kai. 3 massive kills. Doesn't even let them get into a possibility of fighting B. And that's crushing for paiN.
Yeah, it's one of those that you look at back when they come to VOD review this, and they'll look at the demo. They just think, oh, sweetheart. Like, he did everything right. And it's just the timing of the flash absolutely screws you over. But let's talk about Kai. Because he scales into sight, but then he disengages. He then moves to a completely different angle. paiN have got to worry about everything as they come onto that retake. And Kai's already vacated the premises. He backs up. He's now with his teammates. And he's still finding kills.
Oh, now you're forcing around the saved M4 because your money is in the bin. M4's actually gotten fairly aggressive here. NQZ wants to try and take the fight with that rifle. He doesn't know what plays beneath him. Oh, this is a disaster, and that's hard to recover. We could end up with a tied game in a moment, unless Snow can do something special with the pistol, but it's just the one. Someone's gonna have to body review that smoke.
Yeah. Oh. And now Big U knows that Zevy's over here, and he just baits just enough for Cowes to get the kill out. 2v3.
They're already
Surely
getting
not-
hunted.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're surely not going for this, but if Fluxo give you the kills, you can go for this. Peria, it feels like he's in one and done, or maybe one and none. He gets both.
One and some.
Yeah, I was scared with the HP.
Yeah, I don't think they, without a kit and without information, would have been tricky. That's really costly, and Fluxo just knew they weren't going for it, so they just set up for the one escape route that paiN had. It's actually a really nice way to catch out those players, just to make sure that paiN come in with nothing into this round. 8-8 in a moment. Both pistols going the way of paiN.
The future looks bright for Fluxo. I'll say it now. We're only with Peria like 11 days in the roster. The fact that Kai is still flourishing. Maybe art wasn't the problem. He seems to be a new player under his guidance. Just don't stumble on the pistols and you'll be okay. Check out A. It's absolutely fine. They're going to take that space. They'll go off this flashbang as well, Fluxo. They'll just scale up towards this site and it won't be an issue. It might be for Nyx.
Nah, he's chill. Flash don't affect him. Okay, he's not chill. Kai's chill though. Yeah, okay.
19 and 9.
This guy was not the problem.
I know he gets through on an eco, but 19 and 9?
Look at this angle Lux is on with
Yeah, he's playing for the
knife.
knife.
I didn't know that was a knifing spot. That's quite nifty. Yeah, okay.
Oh, no. He
He's
gets
not gonna
cleared
get it.
here. Peria's like, what are you doing, bro?
I think he was thinking, how can I get this knife?
I would have, do you know what? That would have been full respect if Peria just dropped his guns and just went for a knife fight. Of course, he's not going to do that. But I would respect it, you know? He'd earn all of our respect. He should have it already. Was having a slow start to the game, has now built into it. 10 and 8, second on the board behind Kai, who's having a masterclass. Full buy, now out for paiN. No AWP notably for NQZ, but that doesn't stop him swinging gap.
The flames will though. Ooh. Almost a kill for Art. And I think the almost part of that's going to entice him to maybe keep on going. As he tries to catch Lux with all the util he's thrown. Still has a HE. But that's going to go to the wrong target.
It will do.
We'll go to A target though.
Big Zero's playing a dangerous game at Gap. But Cowes is here to back him up. Are they going to boost? Oh, okay. And that's so you can see gaps in the tarpaulin. That's really cool, but it gets undone by a spam. paiN come off worse for wear. Look at the HP bars of all of these players. This feels really uncomfortable. I've never seen that boost before.
Yeah, I mean, it feels very risky, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
Because like,
Are
you
they?
just get spammed back as we just saw.
They have no util paiN.
They have no util at all. Just going to put their bodies on the line. Snow. What have you got on B? You've got Lux for 10 HP by your side. So he's done for.
Is he?
But not until he gets a kill at least. Maybe he's not done for. Snow, your chance to shine. Oh. 4 players. A bullet from death, it would seem.
10
Let's see,
seconds.
deliver them. Lux is being such a nuisance. Lux is still alive and there's no time. Oh no, Fluxo, that was your round.
What a disaster! And to be honest, I thought that was going to go completely the opposite way. I think we both did. Where Lux takes the contact, he gets dealt with, and then Snow cleans up and gets 2 kills. It's like, okay, really good bait and switch. That's not how it works. Instead, it's the other way. paiN rotate based off the information. And Fluxo take way too long. And it's because paiN, even though they did boost, even though they were sort of giving up an opportunity to convert the kill, no kills came through. So Fluxo were completely in the dark about what was going on and only figured it out too late. What a shame.
Another one of these rounds that paiN have won that you just don't feel like should have been theirs. That's the difference that experience brings. Snova experience with the boost up. Ready for that. And ready to do some further damage. Fluxo's prodding at B, being kept at bay. Oh, but Zevi, well, he's going to put Cowers at bay. Zera needs to be careful.
He's got to get out. Imperia's just walking right behind him. Concerned about sandbags, but thinks Big Azira's moved, so he's going to take the space to walk through. NQZ back turned. No idea that Imperia's going to walk up, and it's one click of the mouse that sends NQZ to the spectator screen, and they just keep walking. Big Azira's aware that his timing could be hit, but Pyria is just that much better. Lux can't contain the excitement either on the elevator. And suddenly it is left up to Snow, who got a dink to kickstart this round, but gets eliminated by Zevi. There he is. That's what he can do.
Big bounce back from Fluxo, and it's broke paiN with how those last couple of rounds have gone. We're tied up. Fluxo are about to take the lead, I think, for the very first time in this match.
What was it you said it was last time? 13-6.
Yeah.
What an improvement this is already.
Considerably. That was 2 days ago.
Oh, triple boost.
Oh, fun! If it had any pistol other than a USP, anything, any weapon other than a USP, that would have been really cool.
Okay, Kai, you're becoming a little bit of an eco merchant now, mate. That's 7 of your kills being ecos. I know it's not.
Kill.
Look, I know it's not your fault, but Zevi's just hunting. Don't take it away from Zevi. They won't. Double digits for Fluxo. Still no AWP for NQZ unless Big Azira drops him one. There we go. Oh, run boost.
Run boost. And it's Kai. Not looking for just eco frags, looking for all the frags. Unfortunately for him, Snow playing passive, so no big opener trying to punish the aggressive util thrown. But they will take advantage of some of this space by making it very uncomfortable and drawing the ire of 3 CTs. Wait, and Lux is pushing mid, I think. Yeah, Lux is in T's forward. 30 seconds in.
Oh, this is fun. Okay, so Cowes needs to live. It's so important Cowes lives here. Snow gets dealt with, and no, what?
Come on, man. You're the best timing possible. How do you fluff your lines like that?
I don't know, but he's dead. Cowes did stay alive though, so I guess a pat on the back for him. NQZ will find Pyria. As he looks to deal with a player over at Sandbag, Zevi knows the AWP angles all too well. NQZ really wants an opportunity just to make this even. With 45 seconds left and with no control over towards B, you feel like Fluxo have to go into A, have to go into this double setup. Okay, that works.
Fight. Oh, that wins both fights.
All right, that's better.
Yeah, you try to push against Art. Good luck. This guy's the push master. He's never opened a door that says pull.
can't believe Lux lost his fight.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, I have no idea how that happens. He was there at like a minute 25. Like, that's such an absurd timing.
And Nyx just whacks him over the head. Bonk. See you later. Oh, this tomfoolery. Go to spectator jail. MP957s. Fluxo are poised to win this 13-9 at the moment. Famous last words.
Fumble this one, Fluxo. This is the easy one.
Oh my god, that was so close. And now Cowards hears all of them. Don't know what
Seemed
benefit
it.
that is right now. Can you get
Now he
flashed here?
knows.
Nice.
Forward.
Oh,
Can't
not
adjust
nice.
those. Evie dodges. With Kai on clean up out the side, continuing to add ecos in quotation marks to his tally.
He's doing it again.
Yeah, but I mean,
Oh.
that was almost the bum. But almost is the operative word. Good swing. Snow gets the kill. It's not a kit, but there is a smoke and there's a chance to be disruptive. But that was the opportunity. Art looked away, but overcomes NQZ from above. Zevi can't control it, and it's a 1v1. But Lux needs to get on that bomb, and this is the big problem. Nyx has slipped into elevator, and he should surely be able to win this round. Surely. He just needs to find the kill.
No way.
Just needs to spam him. It's a 10-second defuse, and he can't quite catch him till the very end. The smoke fades, and Lux betrayed, revealed in the open. Map point for Fluxo.
Oh, firstly, how is this your first timeout? Secondly, how does he nearly win that? I don't know. Good work from Snow, because his push, his kill on towards Kai creates all that space, creates that window of opportunity for paiN to go up and overhead shot, to swing in towards Catwalk. You're suddenly creating all of these different dimensions for Fluxo to deal with. The fact it gets into a 1v1, the fact that it nearly gets lost by Nyx, but he recovers it with the knife. 3 chances to redeem themselves, paiN. 3 chances to bring it back to OT. But for Fluxo, 3 chances to close on Vertigo, a map that you struggled with only a couple of days ago, have now shown vast improvement on.
Yeah, it'd be kind of rough to win it fairly cleanly here. Even though it's a close score line, Fluxo have felt in control basically since the 7th or 8th round. But it'd be so brutal after how it went, and that was your chance to qualify for Katowice. But improvements are improvements. And Pro League certainly a lovely thing to qualify for. Part of the path there. Flash 4 Cowards deleted.
He's so good.
Eye. That's an eye. Lux will put it out. Zevi and Art both chime in for a killer piece. NQZ and Big Zero have to retake, and one of those guns is an AWP. 2 on 4 feels incredibly unlikely unless Fluxo overextend. The bomb's not down, but it's just NQZ, and he hits the deck. Art on the swing. Fluxo with the dub.
I think what's awesome to see is you got that change of pace immediately coming out of Fluxo there in that round to put paiN off kilter. And that was even with Lux pushing a smoke as well to be a menace and be a bit of a nuisance, instantly traded. But also what's great there is that the floor's being raised as well from Fluxo. It wasn't just a Kai masterclass, it was all of these players slowly stepping up, slowly having their moments. You're giggling at something. What is it?
It was just Art's profile picture. It was just like a little cat in a business suit. It just looked really funny when he has like the major trophy like next to it. Like the semis, whatever it was. It just looked really funny. Sorry to distract you from your very
It's
good
fine.
point.
Yeah, it's fine. I knew I'd missed something. I was like, okay, I need to know what this is. But it was just a cat image, of course.
Yeah, just a cat image and just a Fluxo win on Vertigo. Our player to watch, Pyria, he had a good game actually. He was at one point second on the team. Wasn't actually in the end the kind of star of the show. It's obviously that was Kai, but Pyria kind of went under the radar, but was definitely getting his kills.
I'll argue it. I think he had one of the most important rounds in the game where he walked up behind Big Uzira. He got that one tap on NQZ. And that was the round that not only opened the bomb site for Fluxo, but that broke the money for paiN because they're not in a position at all to go for it. And from there, they were able to win out pretty convincingly. So shout out him. I am clutching at straws, but that was a very impactful round for him. We now go to a little bit of a break. When we come back, we're going to remove Vertigo out of the pool, and we're going to run it right back once more. Another best of one between these two teams just after this.
We're showing from Fluxo in the first game of this two back-to-back best of ones. A pretty convincing victory on Vertigo, given that, as we mentioned, they'd had a real tough time against paiN just a couple of days ago on the same map. Really felt like they came into this challenger match looking very refreshed, and individually, Kai on fire. It just really felt like the whole game plan looked quite good for Fluxo.
I think I was saying this to you in the break, and I think this is probably the perfect time to play paiN because they're going to be focusing on IEM Rio. They're going to be looking at the tournament they've got coming ahead, and with respect, the fact that they are 21-1, that there won't be, I don't think, prepping too much for games like this coming up, and this will mean a lot more to Fluxo currently, because if paiN can go on a really good run at IEM Rio, if they can play on in front of the crowd and the home crowd as well, I imagine they're putting a lot more eggs into that basket rather than this Challenger League one. But with that being said, you still know they're going to be prepping for this. You still know they're not going to be satisfied with how that Vertigo went, because you want to come into an event such as IEM Rio with a lot more confidence. What we do in these best of ones as well, Lucy, is we remove Vertigo now. We say bye-bye. That's not being played in this iteration. It effectively is a best of three between these two teams, except you don't sort of have that decider map. So we then look at the veto for this one, and I did spoil it a little bit earlier. I'll fully spoil it now. It will be Nuke, that second map. So I think this is going to be a really fun one, because this is paiN looking very good on this map. This is Fluxo looking a bit better on this map, and considering how Vertigo went, it wouldn't surprise me if Fluxo came out the block swinging here and looked for that 2-0, the back-to-back Bayo 1 wins.
Yeah, it's certainly doable. Given how things went on Vertigo, I wouldn't write off the possibility. I think Nuke is a map that Art feels really comfortable calling on as well. I think it's always one that I think in the Furia time for Art was their strongest map in many ways, and I think it plays well to his way of calling, and particularly the things you can do on the T side. So yeah, it all kind of points well to Fluxo, but as mentioned, one of paiN's strongest maps, as many tend to be these days. Red Planet is 13-9 just yesterday. It's not infallible on it.
Counter-Strike have not tweeted since that teaser. I just went and checked. So we still wait patiently for that. Art waits patiently for the players outside and deals with Lux. Takes his head off a swinging from main, trying to get another player. But now they've identified that Kawes was out secret. Art with another killing blow. And that forces Fluxo down ramp.
In fact, 3 players down here on B. 2 players down here on B. No players are down here on B.
What? How?
2 players are here on ramp.
How have they done that? And AQZ is in such a prime spot. They need to clear this, and Art does. He's killed every player so far on the paiN Gaming roster, and he's looking for even more. Snow rears his head over towards control and just shuts the doors, trying to waste as much time as possible. Art's now been dinked, and Biggie Zero just runs away. Art finds a 4th kill, looking for the ace. They need to get on the bomb. Art's just sticking it. Round over, Art does everything.
4 kills, the bomb defuse. Not quite the ace, but he does his job. Yeah, that's very Art. He's got low HP, he's got the kit. Knows he has a bit of cover, the door's shut, and Bigazera doesn't want to peek in the 1v2, hoping that's not going to be the commitment with the kit. Art feels all too confident to go for it. And that was with paiN getting such nice kills into B. There were 3 rotates. All of them lose their fights. But NQZ in that power position gets nothing done. Art just hard clears him. From there, they just charge in.
And Arch drops Zevi the AWP. It's a hero
Whoa.
AK out of paiN. There was a hero AK. How does this keep happening? Pyria finds Big Uzira. That can now be scavenged and passed over to Lux, but without armor, it's going to be
And
a
he has
little bit
armor.
tricky to use it. Oh, he does. But I mean, he's been naded. So
Yeah,
HP
okay.
isn't great.
I kind of like the approach of the hero AK and then having to play with armor to pick it up afterwards. Like, it's a very, like, VP-esque kind of approach to the second round. I am surprised they didn't just invest in, given only one player lived on the CT side. I guess paiN playing the long game.
NQZ's now got the gun, which doesn't have armor. So, same result, I suppose. 50 seconds, Fluxo in the power positions. Here's Zevi. He's about to reveal to paiN that he does have the AWP. And Kawes hits the deck. And they just can't handle him. And of course, why would you be able to handle him when there's no utility? And Nick should just be here on the cleanup. Lux can't even get the gun. It's simple, it's quick, and efficient from Fluxo. They go 2-0. Let's see what this buy looks like, because Big Uzira is going to be, what, on a Mac 10? Maybe in just a Tech 9 with util?
That's not too bad. Honestly, I think it was cool just to give yourself a chance in that round. Now you have a pretty good buy in this round. Playing with numbers. Best on ramp. Nyx has been targeted on B on Vertigo, now targeted on ramp, but stands tall for the first. The flashbang actually almost sets him up for another, and they've devastated them until NQZ gets the double back. Oh, but Kai is pushed behind him, and NQZ adjusts. How has he managed that then? Because there will get caught. So NQZ needs the full ace. He wants this round for paiN.
20 HP's really tricky, though. And you got a minute left. You haven't got a smoke to go outside, but that's the last piece of info you had. A player was back garage. Look at the way Pyria is playing this. Pyria is in spawn. Has he timed out? Oh, he might have timed out.
Oh, well, the round is most certainly
No,
happening.
he got a kill.
No, he
But
might
I
just be watching hell.
The thing is, I heard type in the chat.
Maybe it was just like NS.
Maybe. He's not moving, though. Like, at all.
Well, it might not matter because Art has. Oh no. Okay, it's fine. Art gets the kill. No, he was there.
Oh,
He
okay.
was just holding that push.
Fair. It really looked like he timed out, though. You know?
Maybe someone else DC'd and saying, hey, can we get attacked?
Oh, maybe it
No.
just was NS.
It might have just been NS. Sometimes it is just NS. There were some NSs from NQZ.
He's the only one with kills apart from Big Uzira.
Alright, let's not go through rounds. The other kills are coming. Right now.
Pyria. Oh.
Almost. Hero Galil gets juggled. It's Snow's time to shine.
And Art just walks close to the doorway. He's going to join with Kai, and they're going to push lobby. Lux aware. But Kai takes his head off. Nick stands tall at ramp in the meanwhile, trying to create enough space to find even more, and he does. 2 kills. Zevi steps in from hell. You've got the players that have pushed in towards lobby already. Art should find Big Uzira. He has seen him. Not the cleanest, but he does get the kill. He remains flawless and immortal. So do Fluxo. 4-0 enough money for Big Zero to drop NQZ and Orb.
Counter-Strike have tweeted.
Have they?
A release note is up.
Okay.
But it's a troll tweet. It's a troll tweet.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. They know that they've got us. We'd do anything for a fix right now.
Make
I'm
sure
paying to
to
do anything
put
for a
link
round.
here.
Gonna come, maybe, not here.
I can't believe they got us all on strings.
Yeah, they just deleted that tweet and then they put another one saying that they need to make sure they put the link into it. They're baiting. It's coming though. This round's gotten interesting for paiN though. After losing that opening kill, they've managed to find 2 back, and Lux catches Kai over the top of the smoke. Fun little lurk smoke in front of main. Gave him that space to enter, and this looks like paiN getting on the board. Xavi and Nyx, who have been so strong over towards Rat, this time paiN avoid them completely. Outside is the play. It's where they find the success.
Yeah, great work from Lux. Just taking the space over towards Garage. Shout out Counter-Strike for just ruining that round because I was so baited by them. But good work from paiN. Saving the AWP and saving Nyx's AK on CT feels nice. And this is what Fluxo have been doing quite a lot. They've been going for a lot of these saves. They've been keeping their economy really healthy on the CT side. So even if there are a couple of blemishes on the record, they can still have the strongest buy possible moving forward. But for paiN, it's a taste of success. It just needs to be repeated and replicated. Something they're very used to doing. But how are Fluxo going to adjust? Because Superior, in a few moments outside, just try and take these fights, try and look open and get really aggressive early on. Maybe there's another player that comes over. Maybe there's a third player that looks to do the damage. We saw Fluxo on Vertigo send 2, even 3 players to try and plug a hole. I wonder if they do that outside now.
Jumping up. Furia finds success off it. Catches Big Zera standing on the boxes of his own. Drop onto main. 3 players outside. Bomb as well. Art. Ooh, definitely saw him. Manages to get away. That's given some space for paiN to work. Whereas this player back garage. He's holding the cross. And QZ catches Art. There's that swing. Furia finds his second and is still present, at least for the moment. Snow looking for him, but Nyx and Kai both find a kill apiece, and it falls to Lux, who's been begging for this head, just cannot find anything. I don't think he will.
There's Pyria. Finally gets removed. That's doing a tremendous job outside. And Art heard the drop from Lux on towards top main, which is why Pyria never peeked that angle. And he made sure to maneuver towards back garage to deny, snap back the bomb. And when it was being pressured, that's when Kai swings in. Nyx does his job over at ramp. Again, you can see the X on the mini-map. And for Lux, he now has to find 3 kills against his old organization. He's got a time in here. 10 seconds down into B, but Nyx is here.
Shouldn't be able to get anything done yet. And tonight, and its team. 5-1 up after Expo. Brandon. CS2. Did a video.
Okay.
The new AK skin that's not released yet. New stickers. And charms. You know, like in the other game, how you can put the little things that hang off your guns? It looks so cool. You can put it anywhere on the AK. It's like a little guy with a tongue.
Oh,
And it
that's
hangs around.
that's the monster skin from Overpass.
How cool. Yeah. How cool is that?
It's alright.
I think it's so cool.
I would prefer a gameplay update, Valve. just
That's
being
coming
honest.
too. That's coming too.
Lobby crunch. Out of Fluxo. Cowes, yet to find success, will have this brilliant timing. No, he won't, but at least Snow's holding. And then Cowes follows up onto Art. Much better out of paiN. They play patient. Fluxo overextend, and they get punished.
Nick's looking to aggress. Sees nothing. paiN with the 2-player lead. Not looking to fumble this one. Outside go the majority. Cowes just lurking, as expecting Fluxo to want to maybe attempt a second go at it. And that player's in the right place. Flashbang doesn't quite work out. Cowes aware of Nick, spots the gun barrel. Big kill. Zevi doesn't get to fire a shot. You know where the final player was. This will be paiN's second. Easily done.
Don't give him fights, is all I'll say, because it will make it a little bit more expensive. For Fluxo, they just get undone. I like the idea of the lobby aggression, but they go too far into lobby. Once they don't see anyone, it should just be the withdrawal. It should be back to site, back to figure out where paiN are. You send one player up towards the flank, fair enough, but Art lingering for way too long in lobby. Cowes will punish. And from there, paiN are in control. NQZ keeps his AWP. Does paiN have any further follow-up here? Well, Pyria now starts Secret.
He's in quite in flux as to his position outside. See what I did that?
Oh, yes I did.
Did he cause any pain? No, because sometimes this ball top doesn't spread up onto the top if you're on top of it, and
It hasn't.
I think that hasn't. Yeah.
Oh, it did right at
One
the
tick,
last.
one tick. That's the info they need. They should be able to clear him. Still gets the dink. Betrayed by a single tick.
Brutal. But Zevi's still hitting shots outside. So Cowes looks for the inverse. To push in towards Hut. To give paiN an avenue back. But Kai's already repositioned. And Art's here as well. Everything being covered by Fluxo. And now this player has revealed himself in towards Hut. NQZ's now here in heaven. This is really difficult to maneuver if you're paiN. So through main, down the vent, that could be the escape route.
Yeah, there is a little time, like a little bit of space they can take. They're going to throw the molly. That kind of lets Art know this is happening, but...
Oh, no, they're faking
No,
it.
they're
They want to go,
faking
they
it.
want to go A.
20 seconds. Art has gone back towards Hut. Kai slips in. Oh, surely there's no way for paiN to make this work. Cowes has gone up and over, loud about it. But Kai's still behind sight. There's less than 10 seconds left. There's just no way. His presence alone is enough. Art wins the round, but it's Kai that gets the kills that make it happen.
That's such a shame because it was the initial missed boost They tried to boost in the smoke, and they couldn't quite figure out where they needed to go. And Cowards falls off the boost, and that gives all the audio, and that allows Art to push through Hut successfully and have that time in. If they get the boost right the first time, I think that round plays out a whole lot differently. Because Art would be caught out, he doesn't make that move, and then Kai at backside would be traded. That's a shame, because it's a fun idea. You fake the vent drop with the smoke to try and boost up onto Hut roof. It's the most unexpected thing in right now. Another one of those right enough here. Fluxo in cruise control on their CT side. Look at this buy now for the T's. It's horrible.
Two rifles again. Block armor for Big Azera, hoping to pick up one of those rifles. Gonna go into A, most definitely, but no utility to get it done with, so it's just gonna be pure numbers. Trying to contact in. Oh, it's free smoke, well timed. It's hard that the play looks to take place.
There's no flashes, though. You got to contact in. You got to win out all your fights. And Kai's on an off angle to deal with this. And then you've got Art on the follow-up. So Snow will look high and deal with the play on the other side. But Kai just reveals himself. 30 seconds left. You got to start sprinting somewhere else. So Big Azera will try and get into ramp. Nyx falls off. 25 seconds left. And yeah, you've left it way too long, paiN.
Yeah, with Kai here, they most definitely have. He's not going to flub his lines on that one. Oh, okay. Snow.
Can't get the bomb. It's up
Yeah.
on Raylan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice shot. Oh my god. There was an opportunity there. What a tap from Snow. Zevi able to hit that one AWP shot, but if he misses that, that's paiN's round somehow. But it's not.
It's fine. Fair for Snow for making that look terrifying. But the most important scoreline is the one at the top. 7 rounds plays 2. paiN have not had a sniff in this first half. That's the closest it comes to, and that's 25 seconds ramp explode. It feels like we're getting almost, but not quite. Think about how that pistol started as well. With the kills on B. Pyria now knows a player's in main. Big Azera will deal with him outside. And Art with the MP9. Feels like he needs to try and get the kills. But in the meantime, Cowards has made it down vent. This would be a B split. And Lux's even going to walk through into lobby. Kai? Okay, not caught off.
Yeah, that's kind of wild move from Lux there. You can get B, and against Zevi. Nyx. Oh, I thought he was just going to charge through that smoke for a second. No,
saving.
picking out
Oh.
the orb. Art gets a kill. Money's just not good for Fluxo is the problem. Are you going to be enticed by
No.
this?
No. They were so far away, they'd already committed to the save before Art went for this dive. So he's now looking for damage limitation. If he can push paiN up the ramp, potentially into Nyx's AWP, it's a double-edged sword, because Nyx has got the potential to do a lot of damage. Same with Kai. And then if they go the other way, they're sort of suffocated in towards Art. But they will maneuver over towards Secret. Art's completely run away. He's in towards Spawn. Everything's okay. Everyone will save. paiN will at least get 1 round back. But I feel like they need 5. I feel like 7-5 should be the outcome that is necessary for paiN. I know their CT sides are very good, but this is not the same paiN I'm used to watching.
Fluxo, at least, yeah, with the weapon, starting to go. Oh, it doesn't mind the MP9. Zevi's AWP roams outside. As we have Pyria Making a fast move towards Secret. paiN haven't extended quickly, so he'll be in a good position to start off this round. As you can see, 3 players from paiN are outside.
That molly just spreading down on towards Art's position is somewhat unfair. Molly thrown forward into red box. This all depends on the timing here from paiN, and he will find Lux. Instant decapitation, he's out of there. But he doesn't know about the rest of paiN that have now scaled through. Zevi's very aware that that's just happened. And paiN have got so many options of where they want to go. They can go ramp, they can now go heaven, they can go through main. The world's their oyster.
I didn't love that Zevi went up to heaven there without any information kind of outside.
Oh, timing on this. Oh, if Kai went down the ladder, but instead it's going to be paiN revealing himself and again running away. Nyx has found one with the MP9 and Art now reveals his presence. These players are split up and NQZ's got the bomb and he needs to move to snow.
Yeah, now they should know this is going to be down to B. But again, paiN's already here and time is again a big problem for paiN. They don't have a smoke, just the Molotov, and paiN is having a massive round. Kills in every which direction. Snow, what can you do? Good kill into the first. Expecting that swing, but again, time means he has no room to move. Fluxo on their 8th. paiN had a good opportunity, but just couldn't find the way to make that work.
What I will say is really good maneuvers by Fluxo, because even though Zevi goes heaven and throws his life away, you've got paiN that goes secret, then moves to ramp, and by him making that rotation, it means that Fluxo can push in towards lobby, which is the most common reaction you expect from a CT side team to take when you lose outside, but also it gives you control for quick rotates not only to A, but also towards ramp, and paiN staying alive. He does everything. That's another impact round, one entirely off the back of paiN. For paiN, it feels like it's going to be an A-pop, but it's going to be quite quick at that.
Yeah, smoke has slowed them down a little bit. Here they come. Bad timing, but manages to fall back just about. Will be run down eventually. But their paiN spams for 2. A blow on the smoke gives him the opportunity. Kai in the hut, Nyx in heaven. Snow hits the deck. It's a 9-3 half. Fluxo lights out.
We're so back. 9-3. Dominant from Fluxo on CT, and they're looking to up the ante here with
Flashed
Avenger.
himself.
See you
and
later.
Still got down.
Bye
Still
bye.
got down.
Kawez wants
What?
to try and fight. Okay, and hits that shot on Kai. Art snaps back on Lux. This is chaotic. Art's got the bomb, and he's surrounded. And these players coming in late from Red Box isn't going to help matters. Art's been dropped with the bomb. Snow deals is Zevi outside. This pistol is manic, and somehow Nix can probably win it.
Lux dropped down the vent and won the fight. He just chased them down. I don't know how he managed that. That's a team ace from paiN. Fluxo got 3 players down successfully and still lost the round. Outrageous. paiN just didn't let them have that space for free. And alright, 9-3. Comes 5-9. You got something to say?
Gotta remember, look, it is still CT side nuke. For everything that we've said about 9-3 and it being brilliant, it is still CT side nuke, and you are still playing against paiN, who have just naded you on top silo, deleted you outside, and sure, it might only be the eco, but if they're able to get a lot of money, if they're able to do this flawlessly, feel really confident, Snow now knows that Nix is here in lobby, this game is not over.
No, certainly not. We'll see what the first gun round looks like. That's where we start to get excited about paiN bringing it back, because Era's been running around getting kills everywhere. Went outside. Squeaky. I don't know why Snow used the dual Berettas there. Because it's less money. And I feel like the dualies don't do more damage than the MP9 does.
Style points.
Yeah, I guess so.
I agree, though. He maybe should have made money, but Sailor B, he got the kill anyway. Top of the board for paiN as well. 12 kills for him. Matches Pyria on the other end of proceedings for Fluxo. The bonus, are they going to get aggressive with it? They just showed how aggressive they can be against an eco. I'd like to see someone a little bit more high octane out of paiN. Instead, it is a slow meander just into their default positions. Ooh. Okay, Art. That's so Art.
Yeah, just a casual drop off. No utility or anything to kind of say it was on the way.
Guys, I
Being
have
held.
timing. No, I don't.
Never mind, one back garage. Kawez sees the shadow, ready for Kai's swing. Still cops a dink. The Lils, they really do suck. The Galil not only doesn't get the kill, but means Zevi has to expend a lot of his health trying to get in. And because Era's already down here, Lux also arrives. First gun round. Looking good for paiN. Surely because Era finished the job here. That's that first kill, and the second comes from him as well. Upgrades to an AK. That's a great round from paiN.
Another moment of BU0 saying to NQZ, do you want an AWP, mate? I can drop you it. Okay, Lux can have it instead. There we go. There's the quick swap over. I think it has been every single time NQZ needs an AWP drop, it's been BU0. We've seen it now twice here and once on Vertigo. Stats that don't matter, but I'll tell you them anyway. Brought to you by B-Dog.
I don't know if that segment's going to catch on.
I really don't think it will. Bones of Wisdom.
Oh, that's kind of getting somewhere.
Oh, HE of Wisdom. Homing missile onto Pyria.
All right, 9-3 half. Becomes 9-7.
And sure, you've only had one gun round here, but you feel like Fluxo should be really good on their T side because of the players that they've got. This doesn't feel like a defense-orientated team. This feels like high-octane, all-energy, pure adrenaline moments of just chaos. Interesting smoke that's been thrown here to sort of aid Cowers, but it has worked out in the end. Artfuls. There was a deagle shot that looked a little bit scary, but everyone from paiN is now stepping in and dealing all the damage. Pyria will find one on the way out, but as you mentioned, Lucy, it's a 2-round game.
Yeah, a couple of kills for the Deagle is going to mean too much because paiN farmed with those MP9s on prior rounds, so they're sitting on piles of gold. Alright, Fluxo. Can't let this slip away after such a strong first half. Besides, were the real story of Vertigo, but case on nuke. Flames everywhere, but Lux is in a nice little spot, not deterred by them, and it's an expenditure of utility that doesn't really gain too much.
I thought Biggie Zero was going to be tricky. Instead, he just spams and then leaves. Reloads in vent. NQZ's on the angle at ramp. Fluxo haven't really got any map control, so they're going to drop utility in towards A, just to sort of feign out some presence, but all eyes on NQZ for this ramp hold.
Yeah, another fake out on A. NQZ gets his kill. Easy as can be. You pay the toll to get ramp control. Where do you go from here? 2 players down below, Snow up above, and Cowers outside. Everywhere you go, paiN are just waiting for you. HE does not go deep enough to get that kill. This one's looking quite flat from Fluxo.
I think flat's a really good adjective to describe this because whilst you have got variation in a lot of these T-side rounds from Fluxo, it feels incredibly sluggish and it feels like they're waiting for paiN to make a mistake and they're going to try and pounce off it, and it doesn't work. And as soon as you lose one player on that ramp, NQZ gets the kill and backs off. Notice how scared Fluxo are to commit further in towards those fights. They're worried about another rifler being there because they've been conditioned. Because every single time NQZ's had that shot, had an opportunity, you've also had Cowers that has been over there. There's multiple players attacking you from all directions on this defense. And for Fluxo, where you haven't got any map control and where you're sort of playing this pack-based CS, if you're not attacking sort of with enough pace and being ready and able to trade, you're going to lose out. Okay, that one's just not fair.
He was flashed, it was through a smoke, and I think it was just a random shot. Everything about that was ridiculous. NQZ, what a round. At least the last 2 targets you got to see. We're tied up, Brandon.
Yep. Lux is probably a bit sad because he was just sat top hut for that entire round. They all came A, but he didn't see anyone. They were all dead before they could encroach upon his position. Snow is 17 and 12. If I was running a podcast called Sell Me This Pro, I'd invest in him.
If you were.
If
If
I
only you
was.
were. Google to find out who's doing a podcast like that.
It's me,
I'll do
guys.
that.
My bones of wisdom.
Well, no bones. Here for Fluxo. Nothing but paiN. Snow sowing the seeds. Stand to the smoke. Kai removed. Fluxo, all out of ideas. Feels like hanging out in lobbies, seeing what
come on.
happens has been the play, and it's not been a good play.
That's so real. The last 2 gun rounds, they've just sat in lobby and just been pelted by spam, by nades. Oh, you want to go outside? You have seen NQZ. Oh! Nearly. Nearly from Pyria.
NT.
At least he's created room. Oh, well, he did. But Big Zera's already rotated down. That's what I mean. Like, the speed of these rotates have been so good for paiN. Art will try and creep into the main smoke. He thinks he's got this timing again, but Snow is watching this smoke unconditionally. Nothing will make his attention divert away. That smoke, that doesn't matter, because that means his goal only heightened, senses sharpened as he deals with Art.
It looked like he locked onto him through the smoke there because he was holding the walkout on the left side. Sevi will get the kill back, and he almost burns out from that top site utility thrown from outside. That would have made this an interesting round and something that could have happened, but instead, with the bomb lost outside and no time left, paiN Gaming will get double digits first. A 9-3 half, 7 in a row on this CT side.
Counter-terrorists win.
How brutal this is, and what a crushing reality for Fluxo, who obviously are going through changes, are going through this process, have obviously improved from the last time they played paiN, but this is a completely different task to not only do it once, but do it back to back. And to be honest, this really feels familiar to what happened in that playoff for Challenger Katowice, where it was Fluxo that sort of got the best of paiN on one map, and then the other two, it was dominant. And look, the scoreline felt dominant for Fluxo, but once they run out of ideas, once they run out of steam, it's the experience that shines through. Big Uzera will molly off Secret. Will do a lot of damage onto these players, but that doesn't stop Fluxo. They're going to try and get this bomb accompanied over. Oh, Zevi makes it. And there are now 4 players down in B. 3 players down in B. That's the bomb. That is a horrible kill to suffer if you're Fluxo, but Kai potentially can trade out Snow, and he does.
And NQC's been spotted dropping, so Pyria has this kill locked in.
Knife him. Oh, okay.
No, they just want the round at this point because they've been struggling. And this will be their round. Fluxo are everywhere right now. Player on A side still. All he needed was to go together with a bit of pace outside, and it works.
And this is all we've been asking for Fluxo, just for a couple of rounds. Just making sure that when you go somewhere together, you're committed and you've got resources to be able to trade. And speak about commitment. 2 players running through a molly. Trade from Kai, really smart maneuver to go down the vent and just gamble. There wouldn't be a paiN player rotating because Snow hasn't called for it. They get away with one there, Fluxo, but it needs to be a lot more consistent. And they're going to go for exactly the same play that worked in the previous. The same damage being done to the same players. But it's exactly the same result. And you've even got a player now in Ven, in Art. How many can Cowers get? Lux has been so loud, they know exactly where he is, so that only sells the play further for Cowers.
Lux, able to pull back to mini ramp, and here he can be a nuisance. They're throwing everything at him to do with him. HE mollies all of the util, and Zevi gets the critical kill into Cowers, still cleared it. Fluxo just took 7 rounds to come online, but they've managed to find something that works.
That round there, the second kill, the clear onto Cowers, that is an example of what some like analysts and casters will call good CSIQ. And it's because Lux was jiggling and remaining in towards that one area of ramp where he could be completely isolated from so many different positions, but he felt safe being there. And it's like, okay, well, why is he there? Like, that's such a weird place to play if you're solo. There has to be another player there. So they're just diligent. They clear all their corners. They deal with Cowers immediately, and he has no threat in the round. So super awareness from Fluxo. They retake the lead. I'll tell you what, if they win this round, Lucy, like, paiN have got no money.
Can you imagine? I think they'll be... Okay, yeah, alright. It'd be so funny for Fluxo to have lost 7 rounds in a row and then just to clean sweep the final ones to win. staying on the Mac 10. Put the pedal to the metal and does get down. Maybe unknown too.
Oh, I like this. They're just going to go back to ramp now. So you put so much pressure outside, you condition it for 2 rounds that you are going to go outside no matter what. And now you take ramp. And the best thing about this is you can still go B with Pyria being a nuisance, or you can maybe even ramp in towards Hell. Smoke down, Kawes now known. You can just go. So you've got to get paiN QZ in his orb. But
They
that
don't
is
know
it.
here. Oh. They went too early. R was down. R could have got through and cleared NQZ. Zevi will still do the job. It's a 3-on-3. Oh, it's Mac 10. What can it deliver? Nothing. But Nyx baited in, swings for 2, and it falls to Kawes, and Kawes delivers. A transfer onto 2, and we are tied up again.
They were even expecting that. I think Nyx was aware that that could have been a possibility, and he's the one that swings, but his teammate isn't ready. If they both swung together, if that other player was looking the right way, that's map point for Fluxo, 100%. But Kawes, he gets that half second, and he's able to adjust a little bit faster. And paiN just about stay alive. Again, another tactical timeout being used, but only the first one, of course, of these maps.
Of course.
Of course. Where were these earlier, Fluxo? You know when paiN went on that massive run and recovered and then suddenly took the lead and equalized the scoreline on the CT side, ran away with the lion's share of the rounds in this second half. Were there any timeouts being used then? No. 11-11. A close round win. Let's do it now. It's silly. I feel like one should definitely have been called earlier.
Yeah, especially when you lose 7 rounds in a row. Just take the 30 seconds to breathe. That's a frustrating one for Fluxo. Felt like that was theirs. They get the pick outside. They get all the control they want. Everything is set up for success. R was down there. If R just walks around and clears control, that's the round. Wanted to cut off rotations in vent and didn't anticipate NQZ being there, of course. Use out the fight to Lux.
In this round, you can breathe a little bit more. Big Uzira is so paranoid about the garage cross, but he should be looking at main. Oh, this timing has been hit. Or has it? Because they're all sat in this smoke. Big Uzira can now hear the footsteps and Pyria just spams him. Again, it's Fluxo's awareness. Getting them through these rounds. Snow will find one. Kawes moves up heaven. But there's a player right behind him. These players on site need to live. And Kawes is providing an outlet. And whilst Pyria might find one, he needs to get the whole bloody lot. And he can't do it with 40 seconds left. Surely not. Knows the Lux is down. Sight low HP. Pyria. He's able to get the job done. A quad kill. Another moment of brilliance. Alpha individual in this game. Fluxo find map point.
An absurd 3K from Pyria. Coming up that
tap.
ladder. That one tap was disgusting, but even getting the kill in rafters there was difficult because he had to crouch at the top. The ladder movement technique there, just to get accurate on that first kill, was already a display of mechanical skill. But then the one tap to follow up. Beautifully played. Fails out Fluxo, gets them that point. We win both these maps versus paiN. Look, you're saying it. Look what paiN are working with. 2 M4s. They have a flashbang and a smoke left.
Oh, old familiar smoke. That's a CSGO one. That's going to land over towards Hell. So Fluxo indicating they want to take deep outside. NQZ is our resident grenade spotter in the wilderness of Nuke outside. Pyria did so much work in the previous round. Is now looking for even more impact, but Big Uzira's angle might just catch him off. If it not, it would be NQZ. but he hits the deck. paiN is doing everything in this game to give Fluxo the win. Oh, and Art's now spotted Snow.
Gazera will get cleared in a second too. paiN, he's
Pyria.
right there. paiN, hello. There it is.
Okay.
Nick gets Snow. Looking for 2. Lux will live, but only for a moment. Fluxo took them every bloody round, but it looks like they're finally gonna get it done. 13-11. Fluxo take the win.
What a game. What a game. From Fluxo having a 9-3 half to paiN building back in to paiN having these back-to-back awesome rounds. There's that cat picture from Art again to light up the series. Fluxo win 2-0 in back-to-back best of ones over paiN. The trajectory in the future, it's bright for this team. And for paiN, they've got to just dust this off and go next because IEM Rio is just around the corner.
Yeah, Fluxo, it wasn't perfect. Those 7 rounds in a row that they just lost were not it. It took them a long time to find their footing in that second half, but because they built up such a good first half, it gave them something to work with, right? Not quite as dominant as the first map, but still a resounding win. And those final rounds, that looked a lot more like the Fluxo we saw in Vertigo. They looked a lot more confident in their calls, and they felt like they finally found the formula to success. So a big win for Fluxo. 2 dubs over paiN, who were top of the table, and now Fluxo have a chance to end the season on top of the group.
Yeah, and I didn't expect that, especially considering that paiN were flawless come 48 hours ago. Look at our player to watch, paiN Jr. 92 ADR basically, 23 kills in that map. Had the awesome quad kill where he's just one tap the AWPer out main. It is absurdity from paiN. And all Fluxo needed to do to close that game was just trust themselves. That was all they needed to do. And once they figured that out, they were able to close it pretty convincingly. That was awesome. I'm excited for the future for Fluxo.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This is such early stages for this team. We're already seeing kind of the potential for them. Winning over paiN says it all, right? The win over Imperial, just everything they're delivering lately gets you excited. It just feels like South American Counter-Strike is in such a strong position at the moment that any of these teams can contend at a different time. So yeah, big win for Fluxo, big win for everyone as we do get the CS update.
Oh,
it's
do
out.
we?
Yeah, it's the Armory, which is the new one. So a massive patch that I'm sure you're all very eager to look at, ourselves included. So we won't hold you up. Go check it out. There'll be more Counter-Strike, I'm sure, coming up. North America, I'm sure, on their way not too far. So come back in a bit for that one. But thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye.